Hey guys, what's going on? It's Brian Knight. Thank you so much for joining me on my channel, The Successful Slob. If you're brand new here, and most likely you are because it's a brand new channel, hit the subscribe button and turn on the notifications. Yes, I always dress this nice. This is a fresh shirt, 3 days ago. So today I'm going to talk about MBAs, whether you should get one or whether you're wasting your time. I just summarize, give you some stats to work with if you're brand new to the channel. I am married. I'm sorry, ladies. I know. My wife is a very lucky woman. Married with 2 children, and their full-time job is trying to drive me nuts. I love them to death. They're great. I work a full-time, very competitive, very stressful job. I'm remote. Thank you, God. I'm getting to work from home. I'm very fortunate there. But I got my degree from Western Governors University just a couple of months ago, and also another disclaimer, Western Governors, as well as any other school I mention in the entirety of this video, I am not sponsored by them. I have no ill will or promotion. Well, probably there's some promotion, but I'm not being compensated or sponsored to mention these schools. So let's dive in. When I tell my wife, hey, I think I'll go back and get my bachelor's degree, I said I only will do that if I will get an MBA because I felt like I was wasting my time. So, though I'm not Mr. Academia, I'm kind of one of those people, if you're like me, God to help you, once I jump into something, I kind of get sucked into it. So I started learning about all these MBAs, I started learning about all these rankings, how they were broken into full-time, part-time, online. It was just nuts. And I mean, it comes right down to, the school with, the best hair. I mean, it's just really, really nuts. A lot of useless information. I've read tons of articles. I can't remember all the sources. So if you want to dive into it, dive into it. But I am just telling you, I can save you a lot of time with just this video. So, the first qualifier of whether you should get an MBA or not is we need to start here. Do you want to stay where you're currently working? All right. If you do, ask yourself, do you see people moving up through the ranks of the business after they get an MBA? Or do you see people moving up through the ranks of the business by hanging out with the boss on the weekends, laughing at all his jokes, kissing a ton of butt? And I know you're sitting there going, well, Brian, isn't that kind of the whole office politics thing? I'm just telling you, I know it has its place at basically every business, but there's a lot of places. The only way you move up if you're buddies with the boss. You can come in there with a degree from any Ivy League, MIT, or Stanford school that you could get you could ever get it from, and you wouldn't move anywhere. You might as well have a high school diploma. They don't care because you're not playing golf with them on the weekend. You're not vacating with their family. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm kind of being sarcastic, comical about this, but this is real. This is real. So if you want to stay where you're working and you want to move up through the ranks, if you see people with MBAs and they're staying put, they might get a small promotion. But you see, this guy, I know somebody right now, every department they've been over, they've totally wrecked it. And they make like $150,000, $200,000 a year. And they're not that good at their job. They're a jerk. And every time they wreck one department, they move them to another department. I know this guy. Why? He's friends with one of the really big bosses. Now, that was a former place I used to work. Just disclaimer if anybody sees this from the current place I work. But I'm just saying, I've seen it. This is real, okay? This is real. So you need to think about that. Next, if you're going to get an MBA, do you really have to spend $100,000+ to get an MBA? Small story. Read about this girl. She's late 20s. She's been on all the major networks talking about finances and so on. Girl's already successful, but she wanted to get an MBA from a really, really good school in finance to give her even more credibility in the industry. I understand it. I definitely understand that. So she went to NYU. Not knocking NYU, just saying she went to NYU. It's going to cost around $150,000, or it did cost $150,000. She's come out on the other side. I know this pandemic's going on. I know the economy has its issues right now, especially at the time of this video. And she's not really where she wants to be. And now she's $150,000 in debt. All right? Think about that. A house, if you spent $150,000 on a house and it was a poor decision, obviously you could lose it, but what could you really do with it? Given the market, you could sell it. You can't do that with the MBA. Hey guys, hey, NYU, you want to buy it? No, but no takers, you can't do that. All right? So I'm not being sarcastic. I am just telling you, I think that for the majority of jobs and companies in America, you can get a good, affordable MBA and not spend an arm and a leg. Now look, if you are financially viable to pay for Harvard, MIT, Northwestern, University of Chicago, fantastic, good for you, that's wonderful. I personally like the University of North Carolina. I'm a big Clemson football fan, but for an MBA, my glasses just keep sliding. I need to get them adjusted. For an MBA, I really like the University of North Carolina. They have a fantastic online program. They have a GMAT waiver. It's going to cost over $110,000. I can't do that to my family. I don't see the industry that I'm in and in other industries I've even looked at for the future as really that $110,000 being worth it. I'm not taking a shot at the University of North Carolina. Once again, if they see it and want to give me a scholarship in, and they don't offer scholarships, great, wonderful. But I'm just telling you, I don't see that as the road that I need to choose for the long run. So let me talk about some of the schools that I have found. Once again, I'm not sponsored by them. Tell you a little bit about them, why I think that they're a great option. Now, I'm going to start off with the University of Florida out of Gainesville. Yes, it's the Warrington School. They have a fantastic online program. As of the filming of this video, I do believe it's ranked #1 as the #1 online MBA. They're always a top 30, top 25 overall MBA program. They don't offer a GMAT waiver. It's one thing I wish they did offer, but they do offer a scholarship. Now, it's extremely competitive. The likelihood of me getting it, probably not going to happen, but it is there. There's a possibility there. Also, their tuition for the MBA. Now, think about how high it's ranked. That's a really high ranking. There's people who's like, I won't name the school because they'll definitely think I'm taking a shot at them, but they're ranked like number 88, and their tuition is like $100,000 a year. I'm like, what? That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And then you got University of Florida sitting there about $50,000. So really like that program. That's one I would tell you to check out. It's fantastic program. And if you're going to spend $40,000 or $50,000, that would be the one that I would say, yeah, I would definitely eyeball it. I can't speak. It's a stroke. Eyeball it because of the ranking and the affordability, considering how much more expensive as you go up the line it gets. I think North Carolina was ranked like number 18, and as I said, it's over double the price. So just think about that. Next, Arizona State University. Yes, Arizona State University. It's I can't remember the tuition right off the top of my head, but it's kind of like that Florida, $40,000, $50,000. They don't offer a GMAT waiver. I wish they did. Come on, guys, please do it. But they do offer a scholarship. Now, I know, once again, full scholarship, it's going to be very competitive. You might not get it, but it's worth a shot. A lot of people really, really like the program. I've checked into it. A lot of people have a lot of good things to say about it. Obviously, Florida as well, but ASU, very, very complimentary reviews. Then last, Then last is, well, where I got my bachelor's degree from, WGU, Western Governors University. Look, this school, a lot more people are finding out more and more about it. More and more people are finding out it's not a diploma mill. More and more people are finding out that it is worth its weight in salt. It's a ridiculous value. No, a lot of times when we talk about a ridiculous value, guess what we get? Cheap crap. But that crap was cheap, but considering it's crap, you know, you barely paid anything for it. I'm sorry, let's be snobby about it. Let's be honest about it. There's some people when they hear that I went to WGU, they kind of look at me and go, oh really? And then they dive into it and see all the great reviews. They see all the wonderful things that the school has to offer, and it's like, yeah, I take that back. I take that back. Let's talk about affordable. It's somewhere around $4,000 for a 6-month semester. That is ridiculous. They offer multiple MBAs, IT management, healthcare management, standard generalized MBA. Go to their website, check it out. But very, very affordable. Unfortunately, they don't offer a financial aid for it, but that's quite common with MBAs. If you don't know that, now you do. So that's why I was highly recommending Florida and ASU. If you can get into either one of those schools with a full scholarship, do it. Do it. If you can't, I highly recommend WGU. WGU, fantastic support. I have nothing but good things to say about them. Just a ton of support. That's what I received while I was in the bachelor's program, and most likely I'll get my MBA there. So, leave your comments and questions below. Please let me know what you think, what your questions are. Hopefully I can help you. I will tell you this. When you're weighing out the options of anything, always ask yourself, is the juice worth the squeeze? What's the return on investment? All of this effort I'm putting into this, all this money, all of this, that, and the other I'm putting into it. What's on the other side? No, not what the college brochure says, not what the overall idea of what other people think. What is truly on the other side of this? And you need to dive in, and let me give you advice. Look for the cons more than the pros. Because the pros, great marketing departments, they know how to show you the pros. Look for the cons. That's where you'll find your truth. Not being negative. That's where you'll find your truth. Really dig, really look for it. So, I'm Brian Knight. Thank you for joining me on The Successful Slob. Do hit the subscribe button. Do turn on the notifications. I really do appreciate it. And pass along to anybody that you think could use it. Hey, put it on your college board. Put it in your groups. If you're part of a college board group, put it on there. There people who's talking about MBA programs. Maybe some of these schools, put it on there. And I think they could definitely help some people. All right. Catch you next time.